Hi everybody, Puffin here. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. Especially thank you for subscribing. 419 subscribers. So thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. Whoever subscribes next will be the 420th subscriber, which is a magic number in life for weed smokers, for potheads like myself. And because 420 is the time that we smoke. It's actually 420 right now as I start making this video. And instead of doing that ritual, I wanted to do this ritual to thank you. And to thank you all, whoever's watching this, even if you haven't subscribed yet, if you're watching this in the future, thank you for watching. And I especially want to thank one particular subscriber. I was so honored and happy and pleased and elated, just overjoyed, and I'm touched that I got a message from and a subscription from To-Nya, who I saw on Game of Talents just a couple nights ago, and then she commented on my channel and subscribed to the channel, or commented on the video that I took. And I want to thank everybody. That was a great show. I want to thank everybody on that show, and To-Nya and her sister, for watching and for subscribing to my channel and for leaving that very gracious comment. And before I forget, I want to mention, in case I misspell her last name, their website, because they're fashion designers. These are the twins you may have seen on Game of Talents, or I have the video on my channel if it's still up. But in case you don't see that or don't see the comment, I want to mention that her website is Sachika.com. Sachika.com. And the reason I want you to know is because their mission is to help people into the fashion industry, which, as you can tell, I'm not a fashionable person, but I'm into fashion. Like, I appreciate fashion. I love Lady Gaga. I'm all about people expressing themselves and really being who they are, which fashion is such a great way to do that. And to help people into the industry, any artistic industry that people are helping newcomers into, is such a great thing. As an artist, or as a aspiring artist all my life, and a writer, you really treasure those people and those opportunities where somebody helps you along. So this felt like that. Honestly, somebody from TV, it felt very magical, and I want to say something about that without dwelling too much on it, but just talk about the regular world. To see somebody on TV, have that person comment on your video and follow you, and just thank you so much, To-Nya. You really made my day. And thank you to all my subscribers for doing that, but I don't know who you are, just because I don't get notifications when someone subscribes all the time. I don't recognize people's names if I do get one, but I am very interested in who everybody is, and thank you for having an interest in me. So just to all of you, but also to the 420th subscriber who subscribes next, thank you, and make a wish, celebrate. To To-Nya for subscribing and making me so happy, and just being like, well, what a great message you left. And for everyone leaving messages, especially the nice messages, thank you so much. But just the magic of this, because I stopped recording things from TV. I was enjoying recording things from TV because we're in this pandemic era. The commercials were all strange and tailored to the people's new lifestyles of staying at home and things. And I wanted to record that for history, and thankfully YouTube and the owners of some of those videos of that content have allowed my videos to stay up. I don't check my email very much, so when I did check my email and saw that a lot of my videos had been blocked, it scared me that I would lose my original content on my channel. So I stopped doing it, and I just stopped recording things from TV, even though some of the TV videos are what a lot of people see. It probably the reason people think my channel exists, because those videos get viewed so much, some of them. And so when I stopped doing it, I wanted to record some of these commercials. I want to record scenes on TV. Like, I really want to share even just a clip of something with everybody, so that we can talk about it, stuff like that, and so we can all watch it together. And then that night they were having a sound problem on the broadcast of Fox. It was interesting, both the TV program and the commercials, you couldn't hear any main audio, you could only hear background audio. And so I recorded a bunch of it because I thought it was very interesting. And then especially on this game show, it was unfortunate you couldn't hear the people talking and understand really what was going on in the show, but it was really neat to hear the background music that is usually so background, you just kind of ignore it, like you hear it and you pay enough attention to how it sets the mood, but you don't listen to it generally. And to have only the background music played, like during a clue or something, they're playing this background music, it was really neat. And there was something magical about that. Someone left a comment on my channel about an I Dream of Jeannie clip I showed, and they said, "What is the music?" And I said, "I think it's the I Dream of Jeannie theme music." And they said, "No, the music that's playing in this clip. I know the theme music, but what's the music playing during this clip?" So I listened to it, and it's like, but it sounds like the same band. And then a ways into it, I heard the I Dream of Jeannie theme. So I think, no, it's the same song. It's a jam on the song that they use when in an early episode of I Dream of Jeannie that this band would use for all the different parts, the mood music. But the bands would play it. And of course, there's a band or a musician making this mood music for the guesses during Game of Talents or other game shows or other TV shows. Now, it's interesting that all these people who are kind of behind the scenes, that in this sense, their art was elevated, so you heard it. That's what I found particularly interesting about the background music when there's no regular music. But what was magically interesting was this is what prompted me to record some TV again, because I've kind of shied away from it and tried to do my own things in sunsets, and go back to singing some songs. And I'll take requests for songs. Haven't been getting any, but I used to get some when I started YouTube singing stuff. So thank you all for watching. But the magic of having been, I believe in fairies. I believe everything's fairies. There's fairies everywhere, and if you believe in them and they believe in you, you'll establish a relationship of help and assistance. And that in this case, that was that type of thing. There was some type of glitch in the programming, in the broadcast, over the air Fox broadcasting. Somebody plugged something in the wrong way or whatever, but that led to this intriguing state where I was recording shows that I wouldn't usually record, when I've stopped recording generally. And then the show that I happened to be recording, even when the sound came back on, I was so struck by To-Nya and her sister, their twin sisters, and they dressed with their suits, had a slightly two-tone maroon and other red color, rose color, or maybe an orangish tinge, or a peachish tinge to one side, and then those sides were reversed. And it was like, whoa, I didn't notice it till the very end of the show. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. And how stylish and how great of them to be succeeding in this show and succeeding in getting their message out there to the world, to start their fashion school. Or, so the Sachika.com. So check that out and support them, and, utilize the services if you're into fashion as well. Maybe you're into fashion and didn't realize it. So I'm very excited that happened, that she reached out and made that connection with me, that this, in my mind, the fairies led me to making this recording in the first place, which, thank you to the fairies, and thank you to YouTube for making this type of thing possible. Thank you to TV, to television, to Fox and Wayne Brady and his show, and The Masked Singer for kind of spawning this new interest in game shows. I think we've all been enjoying the Masked Singer, but the Game of Talents is a really fun show too, and a great way to see people's talents and kind of, be excited about seeing somebody for a while before you see them. It's turning out really well. But I was very impressed to have that subscription, so thank you, To-Nya, and to your sister as well. Thank you both for entertaining us, and thank you for dressing people and inspiring people in their art form and helping them along. That's so amazing. And I hope that I'm doing that too, even with this video, that people are like, why do you make these videos? Why not? Make anything, and people will love you for it. And I feel the love of people for the silly stuff that I do and the serious stuff that I do, because I do some serious stuff on my channel. It might take some digging around, or I might need to organize, but thank you all for your patience with me and your attention, and for letting me know who you are. Again, I would love to make one of these for everybody, and while there's only 420, it seems possible, but it's like, everyone is special, and it's special to me to have this type of connection with everyone. And then when you see somebody and feel the specialness of that connection, and it reminds you that, hey, this is there for all of us. There's this potential connections between all of us, and it will make us all so happy when we feel great connections, even with people we didn't expect to feel connected with. And that's what we really need right now when people have been pulled so far apart. So just a great moment for me, and I hope that watching this will coincide or spawn a future great moment for you, because that's another way that magic works. And I was reading about this just in some of my spiritual stuff the other day. It's the idea that we can come up with ideas. It was a message from Tricycle magazine about karma, and how your ideas, it's not like, you know, you're punished for something you're thinking you're doing, that, or you're rewarded for something you're thinking you're doing. You know, it's how we think of good karma and bad karma. Things like that do happen, but it's not just that. It's the way that thought and action and being are all interrelated. And if you can have better thoughts, you will have a better being and lead to better actions of yourself and for others towards you. So there's a magical component. And it doesn't mean that if things are bad for you that it's all your fault. That's not the case at all. There's a lot of bad stuff in the world that we all need to get together and address. And that's usually the fault when things are bad for people. But we can get together, we can address them, and we can get together in these little ways and fix things and open up new channels and open up new possibilities that we never knew existed before. So please check out my band Foxen. I feel like we'll be famous in the future, just like Bill and Ted knew that wild stallions would be famous in the future, and it seemed like a roundabout way of getting there, but it happened. Foxen is Foxzen. You'll find us on YouTube or Spotify. It's me and my friend Calvin. Calvin, you know, we're like Bill and Ted. I always say we're like wild stallions, except musically we're not. But I made my first thank you subscribers video when I had 68 subscribers. Like, hey, the 69th subscriber will be 69, Ted. What number are we thinking of? 69. You know, if you're really us, what number are we thinking of? And we are all really us. That's the point. We're all different, and as these things spread and grow, it brings people of all sorts of differences together into some amazing new thing. So thanks a lot, YouTube. Thanks, Bill and Ted. Thanks, Rufus. Thanks, everybody, for being part of this. And thank you so much, To-Nya, for watching and for subscribing and for that gracious comment. And I hope that this helps lead to propelling your dreams and ambitions to help propel other people's dreams and ambitions, because it's just like a big old boat, and we're all going to float in it together. So thank you so much, and hope you have a great day, and hope all your best wishes come true.